Hi, it's Dr. Mick Murphy here from Australia, osteopath, naturopath, and super conscious mindset coach. The video you're about to watch is a recorded live session filmed in our Mindset Masterclass, which is a super powerful coaching program that teaches people how to design and create a life they love. You're going to hear me refer to people in the class, and obviously you're not able to chat to me during this recording. Look, I hope you enjoyed this session and get some value from it. And please do subscribe, like, and share it if you think it's valuable information for others. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Good morning or good evening if you're calling in from the States. You don't know me. I think most of us do. It's Dr. Mick Murphy, osteopath, naturopath, super conscious practitioner, all-around good guy. How's everyone's week been going? Doesn't look like there's a few people not here this morning, but that's all good. We've got a really cool session, and I'm going to get straight into it. I was going to go into and do values today, but I think I'm just going to do, well, I know I'm going to do that next week, just as a lesson all of its own. It's quite a big one, actually, values. And when I had a look last night, I thought, I'll change that. And we're going to do a really, really, really cool session. And it's called the Identity Matrix. I'm just going to sort out my blind here. It's very glary. It's better. So we'll just get into it. So this is a really cool process, and what I'm going to just teach a bit of stuff, and then we're going to set up the identity matrix and create a real amazing identity for everyone moving forward. And you know, it's a really cool process, and I love doing this one. And you know, when I think about creating, you know, I always ask the question, like, how can you be the person who is already it, right? Who's already it right now? How can you be that person? You know, and the answer, I mean, you can do the giving, right? If you want to have more financial abundance, the question you need to be asking yourself is, you know, what it is you need to give right now. Do you need to be giving yourself mastery of a new process? Do you need to be giving yourself a new set of skills? What do you need to be giving in order to be given financial abundance? What do you need to be giving your body in order to be given health? You know, you want to make more money, create skills that demand more money. If you want to write you know, you want to be a best-selling author, you know, give the world a great book, right? You want the ability to have people turn up and be your audience, right? If you want that ability, you got to give them a reason to turn up, right? You got to give them a reason to turn up. So what do we need to do to really get to the next level? What do we really need to do? We know there are things we need to choose to do, right? And to be and give to get what we truly desire in life, right? We've got to give to get what we truly desire, right? You can have anything you want in life, but you cannot have everything. So you must choose. And it's a very important distinction. And I'll say it again, right? You can have anything that you want in life, but you cannot have everything. And it's mostly because it's not possible. So you must choose, right? And everyone's got different choices, right? And it really is an important distinction. You can't have everything, right? You can't have everything because you want to enjoy what you choose to create, right? If you sit down at like the Universal restaurant and there's everything up there on the board that you can have, everything there at the Universal restaurant, the whole menu's there, right? If you sit down there and you order everything there is off the menu, right, you would end up with nothing because you wouldn't be able to taste it all. Do you get that? All right, in order for you to understand that, we need to be able to shift into somebody who already has it, right? Who's it, who already has it. And we must realize and understand that all of those different meals already exist for us. All of the different things that you want, right? They already exist. They're already there. It's just you becoming someone that has that, all right? Being a person who can have that, accepting you can have that, having the identity that you can actually have it. All right, if I'm here and I want to have that, all right, the same thing is always asked. What do I need to do? All right, what do I need to do? All right, who's heard this, right? I want to have money. I want to lose weight. What do I need to do? And it's interesting, right? It's interesting. And the answer is you need to be someone who already has it, right? You need to be someone who's already it. The question you must ask yourself, right? The question you must ask yourself is this: what does a person who already has that, how do they be? How are they being? And how can I already be that now? So for me, I was always someone, always working hard to achieve a result. So I was working hard and then I would get a result and I couldn't stop and enjoy it because I'd already be working hard in the next thing, right? On the next thing, always working hard. And that's who I was being. I was being someone always working hard. And so that's all that I became. I was this thing and being and doing things that was always about working hard. So if you're trying to make money or lose weight or have a great relationship, right, or amazing health, you must already be someone who already has all of that. Does that make sense? Right? You must be someone who already has all of that. Hey, Manny. All right? You can already be, because everything is in the giving cycle. All right? We think that there's such a thing, all right, as getting. We think there's such a thing as getting. We think that there's such things as getting, but really, right, there's only really giving. The truth is there's really only giving and re-giving and giving. If you want to be given more money, you must give a reason to be given that money back. Right? You must be giving a service, a value proposition that commands to be given money. If you want to be given love, then you must be giving love in order to receive it. If you want to be given a healthy body, you must be giving to a healthy body. Do you see this? There is no take, right? There is no getting. It's a giving cycle. So how can you be the person who already is it? Well, you can do the giving. Let's say you want to be given more financial abundance. And the question I'd be asking you is, what is it that you're giving right now to be that? What do you need to be given in order to be given that? What do you need to be giving in order to be given that? Do you see? It's all about the giving. Let's say you want to be given a healthy body. Well, what are you doing to that body in order to be given that healthy body. Right? The right food, exercise, meditation, clean water, relaxation, that'd need to be given to that body in order to be given the healthy body. You're the one who gives it. Have I said giving enough times? I'm going to say it more. Right? There's no taking. There is no taking, only giving. It's a feedback loop. You and the field and others, right? It's a feedback loop. And what you get back is determined by what you are giving to that feedback loop. You want a promotion, give your boss reasons to promote you. You want to create more money, create a skill that demands more money. Right? When I really clicked into this, I realized this is a universal law. Like let's think about the farmer who gives to the soil and gives to the tree the water and the nutrients and is given the right environment by ridding it of weeds and pests, and the tree grows and matures until finally, after all the giving of the farmer, he receives the full fruit, the full harvest, right? And then more trees can be grown from that, right? And then he has a forest and an endless supply of fruit. Right? All from the giving, he is rewarded and given back. Where you invest and give is where you will be given back. And that's how you can be it, by giving to the thing, right? The thing, the choice that you want to create in order to be given it back. Think about great sports people who give everything to the sport, right? And then be given everything back in life for it. Michael Jordan's a classic example, but there's countless examples of sports people, right? So you can be it right now by being in the only half of the giving, re-giving cycle that you can control. Right? First, you must ask, are you clear on what it is you're wanting to create? Are you really clear on what you are wanting to create? Are you clear about your choices? If you were to grade your clarity, right? If you were to grade your clarity on what it is you choose to create in life, what would you rate your clarity, right, out of 10? How would you rate it out of 10? Just type in the chat box. Right? How clear are you on your choices out of 10? Love to know. Like, really, just have a think. Just how clear are you? I know I am 10 out of 10 clear on all my choices. That includes the core 4. Absolutely clear on them, absolutely giving to them, and I'm getting back. All right, I'm receiving as well. 6, says Angelina. See, one of the things about it being a conscious creator and someone who's a powerful manifester is to make that decision on what it is you're choosing to create. Now, the word 5, says Manny. Now the word choice is being used very, very carefully here. Right? We don't say dream or goal or wish or prayer, right? We say choice. When we use the word and say choice, by saying it, it already exists. You choose between 2 things. They both already exist. So my first question is, are you clear? Are you super crystal clear on your choices? Because you really need to be. If you are not crystal clear on your choices, I think it becomes really obvious that you might be giving to something that you don't want to give to, or that's not going to get you what we want. And if you were here in the last session, right? We looked at how we can create negative visions, right? And there are 8 ways that we can do that. All right, and I suggest that you go back and have a look at that if you're unclear about your choices. Or you can reach out to me via email, and I'll be happy to go through that with you, and even set up a quick phone call just to get clear for you, okay? Yeah, got it, Angelina. And this is, yeah, no worries, Manning. We can set up a quick call, mate. I'd be super happy to do that with you. So this is why the lenses is so important, right? Daily, weekly, monthly, right? Quarterly, yearly. Now, you're not married to your choices, by the way. If you're not fully committed, then you're setting yourself to fail with your old identity. All right? Does that make sense? All right? If you're not fully committed, right, then you're setting yourself to fail. Right? Your old identity will have you fail if you're not 100% committed. Now, that seems obvious, right? Of course, it seems obvious. But how many times have you gone to go and do something, you really, really want something, but you know deep down that you're not 100% committed, and then you wonder why you fail. And then your identity comes up with all these reasons and beliefs and stories about why that failed. But really, right back at the beginning when you made the choice, you weren't 100% committed to it. And when you break it down like that, it becomes real easy to see why there are some things you just haven't been able to create because you either didn't want to or you weren't 100% committed. Right? If you really, really want something, you got to be 100% committed. Firstly, you got to be clear that you really want it. Then you got to be 100% committed. And then you've got to do take whatever action is necessary in order to get it. All right? And if there's resistance, we just move that out of the way. You keep going. If you fail, right? You fail something along the way. You understand that's a learning process and you just keep going. You learn what you learn and move on. So another question I ask people is are you actually able to receive it now? Right? Say you want it like just fountains of money is a real good example, right? Just more money than you could even imagine spending. If someone came up and actually gave that to you right now, would you actually be able to receive it? Or would you be going, look, I don't know if I can, I don't know. Why are you giving that to me? I don't know if I can receive that. No, I prefer to work for my money. I don't feel really good about receiving that. So a question I ask people is, if that showed up in your life right now, if everything you wanted showed up, right? If it showed up right now, could you take it? Could you have it? Would it be okay with you? And it's a really good question to ask. Would you be able to just take it? Could you have it? Would it be okay? Right? Or would your life suddenly be completely different? So you can tell, right? You can tell how ready you are for something by how much you think that will change your life. I'll say that again, and then I'll clarify. You can tell how ready you are for something by how much you think it'll change your life. You see, if you think that if you get that, it would be so amazing, right? You're not ready. But if you think like, yeah, that'd be great, but I get on with my usual daily stuff. That's the thing to understand. When you're truly ready to receive it, it's not that much of a big deal, right? It'd still be amazing. You'd be the same though, right? The further you are away from it, right? The further you are away from it, the more your ego has a way of exciting it. And the closer you are to it, the more aligned you are, and you're already being it. So it is not that much different. I'll say that again. The further away you are from it, the more your ego has a way of exciting it. And the closer you are to it, and the more aligned you are, and you're already being it. So it's not that much different. Here's what I really want you to get with this, right? Here's what I really want you to get, right? Is that your true choice, right? Your true choice, and those of you who have clear choices, is what do you need to give in order to be the person that can receive that? What do you need to give in order to be the person that can receive that? In terms of your focus, right? In terms of your focus, your time, skill, all right? The skill you need, investments of effort, energy, and time. As you're giving, right, you're not giving with an expectation to receive. You're giving because in the act of giving, right, in the act of giving that, you're being it. Does that make sense? Right, as you're giving, right, you're not giving with an expectation to receive. You're giving because in the act of giving that, you're being it. Right? In the act of giving it, you're being it. Really, really important to understand. And so what we're going to do, I think I've said giving it and give enough times. We're going to do a really, really beautiful process called the identity matrix, right? And we're going to build your new way of being. And it's going to be really, really cool. And as you step into each of these places, right, you're going to get more energy from the people you're going to put in this matrix. And I'll bring it up on the share screen here because it's really cool. Really, really cool. So here it is. Share screen. Right, so we're going to set up, and I'll explode that some. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we are. How do I get that to reduce in size? So this is the identity matrix, okay? So it's, as you can see, you're in the middle, you're that star in the middle, okay? And there are all these boxes around you. So we're going to do this closed-eye process. Now, you can get a pen and paper if you want. I reckon you should get a pen and paper, okay? Giving is giving, there's abundance as ever. Absolutely, Angelina. So I'll give you a minute just to get a pen and paper, okay? Get a pen and paper because we're going to fill this out. All right, we're going to fill the matrix out. So just type a 1 in the chat box when you've got something to write on and just draw that square up. Draw up 9 squares, number them as they are. And just let me know when you're good to go. All right, awesome. So in the first box, right, I want you to think of someone who's got a perspective or an outlook on life that you would like. Someone who has a perspective or an outlook on life that you would like. So the second box across the bottom is a fictional character who has attributes that you would like. I know mine. Mine's Batman. Although I do love, I do love Bugs Bunny. Nothing's too hard with Bugs Bunny, and he's always having fun. So a fictional character who has attributes that you would like. Now the third one across the bottom right, is a family member or an ancestor who supports you. If you're in a situation where you don't, then it can be someone that you consider family, a really close friend, or someone that's been in your life who supports you. And that's the third one. I'd have to go with Mum there. Mum's pretty awesome. I'm going to put Mum. I'll go with Batman because I love Batman. And someone who's got perspective or outlook on life that you would like. That's a good one, isn't it? I do like Dave Chappelle. Obviously, I've done this a few times, and you change it up all the time. Now, the fourth one, all right, so middle left, the fourth one is a wise counselor, right, who has wisdom to give. Now, for me, I go with a guy called Kieran, who's my psychologist. Now, he's more like a mentor these days. But who is a wise counselor who has wisdom to give? Someone in your life that you can turn to, who's always gives you good advice. Now the fifth one, so middle right, is a role model who has what you would like. A role model who has what you would like. Now for me, I love Muhammad Ali. He's one of my favorite role models. So someone you love, a role model who has what you would like. And I just love all his flair, and he was also very, very staunch with his religious practice and who he was. He knew himself as a man. That's why I love what he did. And he stood for something. He was the people's champion, but he also stood his ground on what he believed in, Muhammad Ali. And if you ever get the time, it's a really fascinating human being. And at one point in time, at the peak of his fame, let's call it, he was the most known person in the world, which is pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. And it wasn't just because he was the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. It was because of what he stood for and who he was as a human being. Now, the sixth one, top left, is someone that you love and adore, right? And it can be an animal, and it can be someone who's not alive. Now, for me, I'd use my older brother, Bernard, and he's passed away. He's been dead since 1996. I absolutely adored him as an older brother. So someone that you love and adore, and it could be an animal. I mean, I could put Bindi in there, an old dog. Now the top one, number 7, top middle. All right, the top middle is you. It's you, but you're one step closer to your creations. So we're here now, and you're just a little, you're a little bit closer to your creations. All right. Me, but you're one step closer to what you want. Step closer to your creations. And then the 8th one, right, the top right, is you at the end of your life looking back at all that you created. Right, you at the end of your life looking back at all of the things that you created in your life. So just type in the chat box if you've got everyone there and you're ready to go. If you need me to put that back up quickly, I can do that. But if you're ready to go, just let me know, because we'll do this process, and it's a real cool one to create this new identity. Ready to go? It says Manning. Now there are others who are phoning in, and I'm not sure if they can type. Angelina, are you ready to go? I know you were having audio issues. I'll give you a little bit of time. Need to do this. All right, so we're good to go. All right, awesome. Let's do this. So it's a closed-eyed process. It's a closed-eyed process, all right? Now, here's the thing. You can do this standing if you want, or you can do it sitting down and imagining, but go ahead and close your eyes, okay? Go ahead and close your eyes. And just imagine that you're in the middle, right? You're in that middle square, right? The star of the identity matrix. Really, let's choose to get the most out of this session, right? Really, let's choose to get the most out of it, because it's a really powerful session, and really choose to step into a new version of you, right? Choose to gain energy from all these different perspectives and energies and people to build up a new orientation. So imagining that you're in the middle of the square, the star of the identity matrix. Right, and let's choose to get the most out of it. Get all the energy from these different perspectives and people to build a new orientation. Choose to get all of it. Now go ahead and move back to square number 1. Square number 1 on the back left, and become the person who has a better perspective or outlook on life. Become them. See with their eyes, hear with their ears, breathe through their lungs. What did they think about life? What's important to them? How did they think about challenges, their end results, or creating? What is it like to be this person? What is it that you would like to carry forward from this person? What energy or perspective would you love to bring into your new identity? Go ahead and grasp it and surround yourself with it. Feel it. Bring it back and step back into the middle square. Plant the seed of their better perspective into the center box. And now directly behind you, box number 2 is a fictional character who has attributes you'd really love to have. Step onto box number 2 and become this fictional character. Notice how it is to be there. What would that feel like? What are all the attributes and skills that they have? What are the characteristics? What are the special powers? How would it feel to be this person and have all, right, the access to all of that? Just notice and be there. And then also decide which of their attributes, skills, or understandings would you like to add to your new identity? Take that feeling and stand back into the center box and add everything that you would like to add from the fictional character to what already exists on the center star, who is someone who has a better perspective or outlook in life. And just build this up, right? They've been a melting pot of attributes, outlook, perspective, and behaviors, and just allowed to start building out, right? Start building out. And now box number 3 is behind you to the right. This is someone who supports you, a family member or an ancestor, a very close friend of the family, or someone who supports you. Step into box number 3 and feel what it's like to be someone who's just supporting you. What's it like to just be completely just supporting you, just wanting to see you do well? What's it like to be that person? The person that just wants to see you do well in life all the time. How does it feel being this person? Where in your body do you feel it? What do you think about? What's good about this? What does this person really want for you? Take this feeling of support and love and bring it back to the middle star. Add this feeling of love and support to the feeling of magic and wonder from everything from the fictional character and the new perspectives. Add it all together, put it all together, build it up. That's it, building it up. Now into box number 4 is directly to the left. This is a wise counselor who has wisdom to give. Step into the box and become the wise counselor. Notice in yourself how it feels to be someone who knows what you should do. What does it feel like to have this knowing what you should do? Become a wise counselor. Really breathe into their body. I want you to become them. That's it. How does it feel to be someone who knows what you should do? Ground yourself into this feeling of knowing and bring it back to the center. Add the feeling of wisdom and knowing what to do. Bring it back to the center start and start to feel this new identity that knows what they should do, that has the love and support for themselves, that has magical abilities and an outlook on life that's just right. And now to the right, box number 5 is a role model who has what you would like to have. Go ahead and step into box number 5 on the right and become it. Become the person who already has what you want to create. Notice, what's that like? How is their life since they already have what you want? What did they do on a daily or weekly basis? How does it feel in their body? Become somebody who already has that which you want in your life. Feel the feeling of a successfully completed end result. Feel that feeling of a dream come true. Feel the feeling of heaven on earth. Feel the feeling of having it all. Now, how good does your end result feel? Excellent. Bring this feeling of end results back to the center, adding it to the mix of your new identity that knows what they should do, that has support and love for themselves, that has magical abilities and an outlook on life that's just right. And just feel this time to grow, right? Feel this time to grow into a new way of being right now. Now, forward to the left is box number 6. This is someone you love and adore. You step into box number 6 and just feel the feeling of loving and adoring something. Someone, or a pet, or a family member, or a friend, just loving and adoring something. Just feel that hot, connected feeling of loving them. And take this feeling of loving something and bring it into the middle. Just notice how it all drops into your heart. Start this feeling of love and add it to the mix of your new identity that knows what they should do, that has support and love for themselves, that has magical abilities and an outlook on life that's just right. How does it feel to have all of that flexibility, all of that range? You can choose to be any one of these. Bring any of this energy in whenever you want. Directly ahead of you is box number 7, right? Is you, but one step closer to your end result creation. It's you giving what you need to give. Step forward into your next step and feel the feeling of momentum. Feel the feeling of moving forward. What's it like to be you just a little bit further along the journey? Now step into box number 7 and feel it. What does that feel like? Take this feeling of forward process or momentum and bring it back to the middle, adding it with everything else. Lastly, box number 8. Step into box number 8. Forward to the right there, box number 8, and take yourself right out to the end of your life. Take yourself all the way out to the end of your life, looking back at a happy, successful life. We did everything you chose to do. You are a super conscious creator. You went for it. You loved, you laughed, you created, you played, you did it. You did it all. Just feel the feeling of satisfaction. Feel the feeling of a life well lived. What would it be like to be at the end of your days looking back? Bring that feeling back to the middle. And as you do, just claim this new position in the universe. Claim this as your new way to do life. This is your new identity, your new focus. You've given this to yourself, and by giving this to yourself, you get to be something else. First, you give, and then you're re-given. When you orient life from this way, you'll be given different things. And just take a moment to notice all of the 8 energies that are around you. And all of these boxes, their eyes closed, but also how just the pieces that you want or have joined you in the middle star. Allow the energies to swirl around you, through you, up you, and become you. As you feel all of them, the satisfaction of you at the end of your life, momentum and forward progress, love for someone else, a wise counselor, family or ancestor that supports you, a role model that's in your end result, a fictional character that has magic, and a bit of perspective you can take as long as you like, just sitting in the middle where you can have a few breaths and just choose that. Choose that this is a really good way to orient. Notice how do you go about your day? How do you go about overcoming challenges or creating what you love? What is obvious about this identity that you need to take forward with you for the rest of the day? Just ask yourself, what is obvious about this? What is different about this? What is this is going to allow me to do? What are all the good things that this will give me? Just sit with that. Sit with that for a second or two. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Coming on back. How was that? Reconnecting to me. Awesome. What do you think about that process? How's that new identity of yours going? Yeah, it's a freaking cool session, isn't it, Manning? I love this. I remember when I did it the first time. Yeah, fizzing to get out there. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, right, let's do this. On my way home. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones to teach. And the thing about that is that you have all of those qualities, right? You actually have all of those qualities, everything from all of those people you already have. And, you know, taking that all, you know, just waking it all up, taking it all in and becoming that new identity, right? Really becoming that and just noticing, right? When you're this identity, which you already are anyway, it's just simple, right? It's easy. You just go out and do whatever it is that you're wanting to do, take the action, do the giving, you know, and create what it is that you're wanting. So look, if you're watching this replay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I know the people who are here live have really enjoyed this session. It is one of my favorite ones to teach. It's one of my favorite ones to go through. In fact, I might go and find my own recording of this one, not that Chris has done, to do it again on the weekend, because it's such a really powerful one to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this session. I'm pretty sure you have. The people here live, if you're watching the replay, boy, it's a real powerful one. And really, what are you going to do, right? What action are you going to take? How are you going to give in order to be re-giving and receive for yourself? So go out there, have a freaking awesome weekend, go and create, right? We've done a lot this week on creating, living a life that we love. Go and do that. Go and do that, or whatever it is that you're creating. Take the action, go and have fun, right? Go and really live how you want to live. Go and do what you want to do, because it really is all there. All right, it's all there for you already. You just have to choose to become and be the person who can accept it, who can create it and accept it. No worries, man, dog. And seeing with new eyes. So have a fabulous weekend. Next week I will be teaching. I will definitely do, Mac. We've got to get through magnetic alignment, which is a super cool process. We'll go through values, and probably this time next week I'll probably do. I'm going to teach you how to do anchors, how to anchor some really powerful feelings in, so you can shift any emotion you want really quickly. I think we'll do that as well. So lots of love to everyone. Thanks for watching. If you are on the replay, hope you've enjoyed this as well. And bye for now. Have an awesome weekend. We'll see you in the next session. Lots of love.